Rise and shine on Australia's Vision Christian Radio.
Bit of a different one today for you on the show. The show's great.
Not unusually. We're not.
Yeah.
We're not going a completely different format or anything.
Well, the difference being behind the scenes is that here it's a Monday, it's the 6th of May, and in Queensland, where the Vision headquarters is and where we live and reside and work and have our being, it is a Labor Day public holiday today.
So everyone's off, everyone's sitting around having a sleep in. The roads are free, which is nice.
But I just saw, walking up the hallway, one Mr. Robbo.
Can't take a day off, obviously.
It's supposed to be a public holiday for him. What is he doing in the building?
He's a hard-working man.
Yeah.
Keeping everything going, making sure ticking all the boxes.
Hopefully he's
making sure the radio goes on.
Yeah, maybe, or is he just checking up on us? I don't know.
If I was him, I definitely would be.
A bit of both. Hey, a highlight today for me, I've got to be honest.
Yes.
Wonderful having Pastor Sam in here and having a chat. And lovely. But the highlight is his 12-year-old son, Zack.
Amazing.
I really like this kid.
Yes.
Zack is an absolute legend. He's one of. I think the reason why I like him so much is he reminds me a little bit of myself at that age. That 12.
He seems so nice though.
Hey, I was a nice kid. It wasn't until later on I became the mean old grumpy man that I am. But he's one of those kids. I watch him with other kids, and he's at that awkward, 12-year-old stage, just about to become a teenager. But it's also, he's very funny. You hear some of the responses, and if you might have to listen carefully for this one to actually hear what he's saying. He will say something and he'll be very overly confident, or he'll say something stupid, and the kids his age will look at him going, they're not getting it. And I'm like,
he'll come to his own. It's just a couple of years away.
Exactly. He's going to age nicely.
The others will catch up.
He's the type of kid in a bygone era where, school was like a luxury for some people, and young guys and girls were out there going apprenticing for different, professions and something like that. If we lived in that same sort of era, he's the type of young boy I would see at church and go, I'm going to go talk to his family and see if I can get him as an apprentice.
You would do it right now. You would have him in here. That is
I would
sure.
have him in here from now. He's learned everything he needs to learn at school at year 12.
DJ and apprentice.
Yeah, my apprentice.
They want to train you up.
Exactly.
I don't know why I'm doing that with like an accent.
Apparently we've gone to Transylvania. Apparently I'm the Count or something. I don't know.
It's because we've gone back in time, and in my head that's how you would have spoken.
Well, hopefully I'm not talking about that long ago.
Sounds a bit like an evil genius.
Yeah, I'm talking like about 60 years ago. My goodness. I reckon you put a young brain like that into a place like Vision, where there's so many different technical
creative
things
outlets.
Bang! That's the my heart goes out to the young generation.
You put the call out to Zack. You're like, come on, when you start, when you get, that's right. I'm sure we'll get him back.
Hey, the other big theme this week is Mother's Day. Mother's Day is happening on Sunday. We want you to give a shout out to your mum. We want to hear your mum's name, maybe even your grandmum's name. If she's got one of those great mum names, we want to hear it.
Well, and more than that, we want to hear the story behind the name.
I guess,
I love hearing women who are inspiring the next generation. So if your mum or your grandma or your wife is inspiring in some way, we'd love to hear her story.
Yeah, let us know. You know all the different ways to get a hold of us. Right now, let's get into the show. Thanks for downloading.
Great conversations, fun, inspiration, and more. Rise and shine with Fel and DJ on Vision.
Good morning. It is a Monday the 6th of May, and it's wonderful to be waking up with you here on Rise and Shine. Good morning, DJ.
Good morning. Yes, it is wonderful. Thank you to everybody tuning on in wherever you are around Australia. And we'll pull the Band-Aid off right at the beginning.
Oh.
In Queensland,
yes,
where the Vision Hub is based,
yes,
it's a public holiday today.
It sure is. We've got lots of kids asleep. The roads are very clear.
The best road run ever
in the history.
In the
history of the show.
3 other cars on the road.
It was like the rapture had happened.
Yes,
but of course we would have gone.
Well, yeah, I hope so. So we.
You hope so.
There was an amazing run, and the building here.
Yes,
Ghost Town.
Indeed.
There's the news team.
There's not normally a ton of people here at this time of the day.
There's going to be even less today. So, bosses are away. We'll see.
Yes, true.
We'll see what happens.
They're probably asleep right now.
Anything could happen.
We like.
Anything could happen.
There's
That's what I'm saying.
the upside right there. Very nice. All the cats
So
away.
yeah, exactly. But we've got Pastor Sam coming in about an hour's time.
Yes.
And I've heard from Pastor Sam he's going to bring in one of his boys.
Brilliant.
Young Zack might be popping in with him.
That's awesome. Can't wait.
It'll be a lot of fun there. Plus, we've got some other guests coming on to the station as well. Some great music, some wonderful stuff happening. So please do not go anywhere. I want to share some stuff that's been happening online as well. But right now, let's get into the music, shall we? Travis Ryan. Our King is coming soon. You were just talking about the Rapture. Our King is coming soon.
He is.
So turn this one up as you join us here on our Monday.
Rise and shine with Fel and DJ. On Vision Christian Radio.
And it's always nice on a Monday. You would come back and you reflect on the weekend. If you're in Queensland today, you might be reflecting on this tomorrow because you've got a day off today. You're still in bed.
It might be a long weekend for all the Queenslanders there. Labor Day in Queensland, so public holiday for the state there.
Sorry, everyone else.
Rest of Australia,
you
cracking
had yours
on.
Though.
Yeah,
They, fair's fair.
We swap it around. They hand it around state to state. Listen, on my weekend that's just been, I decided to attempt something that I haven't attempted for a very, very long time.
Okay.
I've talked about it in the past.
Yes.
You know how much I love to go to the movies, and I love to go to the movies by myself.
I'm aware of this. Yes.
It is, it's a fun outing for me. Just solo, downtime, enjoy the film, no chitty chats, just straight into the picture.
I do think that's funny.
It is, well, there's other people. I notice, I see you out there, other single people going into the, when I say single, by yourself, you could be married. I don't know.
Sure.
But people by themselves
Single
going to
watchers.
movies. But what I decided to do on Saturday, I had a look at the calendar and I thought, you know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to try it. There's a few movies that I'm going to see. I'm not going to be able to see movies on this date. I've got a very small window of time. There's a couple of independent films I want to see that it's out in the cinema right now. I don't know if I'm going to get a chance to see it. I decided to do the fabled 3 movies in one day.
It would make me sick.
3 movies.
I can't actually do that.
I spaced them out. I did one movie at 1:00 in the afternoon. Came out, then spent a couple of hours, drove down the road, spent a couple of hours with my mum.
Oh, that's nice.
Helped her out.
Mrs. Payne.
Mrs. Payne got a new television and had some troubles programming it in. So, that's where the sons come in. And,
well played.
Here you go, log you into the Netflix and I'll do all that for you.
That's good.
Zippity zap.
It is important.
Yeah, exactly. Got her all sub. And then back to the movies.
Not with mum.
Not with mum. No, in hindsight, I should have probably invited her out. But she didn't want to go out anyway. So there's okay. Next time.
That's a hollow invite, but a good one.
Exactly. But even better than my mum. And it's, I know it's the week of Mother's Day. You can't really say better than my mum. Benita came out with me for the second movie.
Okay, good.
So he drove on in. She was zipping around.
Well done,
was able to take some time out. So at around about 6:00, saw the second film of the day.
Right.
And then straight after 6:00, at about 8:45, saw the third and final film of the day. 3 films, one day. I did it. They said it couldn't be done. I done it.
Shouldn't be done.
Well,
like it's either way, isn't it? Really.
I did have to do some serious stretching in between the films.
Oh, dear.
Do some movie. Thank goodness the seats are comfortable.
Yes.
Big shout out to Denny Cinemas who
comfy seats for you.
who provide the comfy seats and provide the movie tickets there. But 3 films in one day. Wow. I might even give you a review, an impromptu popcorn propaganda review of one of the films that is out, because I think only one of them is one that I could recommend on the Breakfast Show.
Even the Limmers went yesterday.
Oh!
But I go with the family.
Okay,
so I'm not alone. I don't know if I could do it by myself.
Been there, done that.
I need comfort. So I have Millie next to me and I'm grabbing her halfway through the film. Mills, it's scary. Mum, it's okay.
All right. Well, we need to find out what that film was as well. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back in a moment and we'll give you a bit of a impromptu movie review here on Rise and Shine.
And before we had listened to that music, DJ was telling us about a little movie trip he had over the weekend.
I did 3. If you follow along on Instagram, my personal Instagram at DJ Payne there.
Maybe I should.
I did a story where I throughout the day, very, very fun-filled story where I covered all 3 films, my comings and goings. Can people guess what the next film I'm going to see? All that type of great stuff. Had a lot of fun doing that, and lovely to have so much interaction. I don't do a lot of that. I haven't done a lot of Instagram stories and interaction like that, but it was really good to have, and especially a lot of listeners to Rise and Shine, jump on board and have some fun with us there while we're doing the Instagram stories. But it turns out that one of the films that I saw,
Yes.
that I saw on Saturday is the same film that you took the family to.
We certainly did. We did Sunday afternoon.
Uh-huh.
The girls and Murray and I went off to see a movie. I had no idea you were seeing it as well.
Who decided what film?
Was actually unanimous.
Really?
Because we were pretty careful about the movies that we watched,
yes.
and we'd heard everyone had said this was good, easy
Okay.
family watching.
Okay, good. All right, well, interesting to know there. The movie that we're talking about is the brand new one with Ryan Gosling, Emily Blunt in it. It is The Fall Guy.
Okay, I'm not the hero of this story. I'm just a stunt guy. Trying to look cool in front of the director of this movie. That's her, who I just so happen to have a major crush on.
We need to keep it super profesh.
Cool. Do you want to make out?
Nope.
It's not what I'm into right now.
Right, and again,
They're
I
very
think
cute.
I think that sums up the film perfectly for us. There, you got everything you need to know from the movie, right in that little, moment right there. It's got Ryan Gosling, everyone's favorite actor at the moment. Ryan Gosling, hot off, Barbie. You know him from Blade, the second Blade Runner film. You know him from La La Land. You might know him from the Drive series. Ryan Gosling, very, very popular. And then, of course, you've got the wonderful Emily Blunt, fantastic British actress, actually one of my favourite actresses out there.
She's very likable.
Oh, she's incredibly like, and just a good actor. Like she's very believable, whatever she's doing on screen there. Directed by David Leitch. David Leitch is a massive director of the moment. He's the one, he just did Bullet Train with Brad Pitt. He's done Fast and Furious films. He's done John Wick,
Lots
Deadpool.
of action.
Oh, big, funny, stupid action. But the charming thing with this one is it's a love story.
Yes,
It's-
which
it's-
you don't always get.
No.
But it's not over the top. Like, it's not too sexualized.
No,
It's
not at all.
The romantic story of
Yeah.
boy meet girl. There's something that happens that separates them, and then they're coming back. And is it going to happen? Is it not?
Exactly.
And it's done in such a likable way.
Yeah, and I wasn't expecting a couple of surprises for me. I wasn't expecting it to be as clever as it was. It was a very clever film. It was actually quite, I don't like using this term sometimes, but it was quite meta. It was commenting on the movie industry itself while
Yes, that's
commenting
right.
on what was happening in the film. Some clever editing and everything like that throughout it. So there's a wonderful sequence where the director is talking about, that's Emily Blunt in the movie. She plays the director. She's talking about whether or not her film should include a split screen
Yes.
sequence. While that is happening,
It's
we're
very
seeing
cute.
a split screen sequence in the movie that we're watching. Very good. Ryan Gosling is absolutely, fantastic. A lot of fun. People laughing out loud in the cinema. But the other thing that I wasn't expecting was it to be such an Australian movie.
Yeah, no, Sydney features loud and clear.
I think 90%, like there's an opening sequence of his life in LA. We sort of get a little bit of a backstory, and then the rest of the film is in Sydney.
And I think a lot of it happens in front of the Opera House or within visibility of the Opera House. Like, it's very clearly, you couldn't miss that you were in Sydney, I think.
Because you know that any Australian lives within visual of the Sydney Harbour Bridge or the Opera House, or works, or every bar, or every place, every road leads to the Sydney Harbour
It
Bridge.
does seem to be the case.
It was a lot of fun that way, and it is a not so much a remake, but it's a tip of the hat of the old television show that we used to have back in the 80s, The Fall Guy.
Yes, which I didn't know, but Murray mentioned that.
Yeah, and he would have liked. There's a callback.
He does like that at the end.
There's a callback to it at the end, and they do all that type of stuff. So there's the Fall Guy, type of thing, and that television show and this movie is a movie based on stunts.
Yes.
The guy's a stunt guy. It's all about
And
stunts.
so it's cute. The girls were like, imagine being the stunt guy for the stunt guy in the show about a stunt guy. And so they do show some behind the scenes of the stunt guys playing the stunt guy. It's kind of a funny idea in your head as well.
It's very funny because by the time at the end of it, there's a sequence, and again, there's levels and levels, and it's not confusing. I hope we're not making it sound confusing. But the movie is about shooting a movie where there's a main actor, there's a stunt guy, there's a second stunt guy, and then there's a replacement actor. So by the
Crazy.
end of the film, in the title the credits going up, you have 5 or 6 guys all in the same
outfit.
standing there together behind the scenes.
Very funny.
Very well done. Very, very funny. And I look, for my money, I'm going to say, if you want something fun and dumb,
Silly.
enjoyable, but I didn't find it crass. I didn't find
No.
it. I didn't find it horrible.
We took the girls.
The girls
and
were
I'm
okay
very
with seeing.
particular, and
Yeah.
it was fine.
And they enjoyed it?
Yeah. No, I think everyone gave it sort of a 7.
Yeah.
Like it's not a blow your socks off 10, but it's not a 5.
No,
It was
exactly. I might bump it up a little bit higher because I was really. I think my expectations were so low. So when it sort of surprised me, so I'm going to give it around about an 8.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I really found myself actually caught up in the story and enjoying, I'm a hopeless romantic at heart. So, enjoyed the romance
Big
in it
softie.
there. I am. And it was lovely to go see that with my wife, Benita. So we were able to snuggle as we watch a nice romance film
You
there.
could put up with that and then on your own for the
And then
next
on
one.
okay, see you
See
later.
if you
Back
could
to
go,
myself.
thanks.
Back to myself. All right, there you go. There's your impromptu movie review. Hey, listen, we have the music machine coming up very shortly.
It could go off today.
That feeling in my bones is only getting stronger,
dear.
so we'll see how that goes.
It's the best way to start your day. Rise and shine with Fel and DJ on Vision.
Alexander Pappas, one of our winners with this song in Spin It or Pin It.
Look at that.
Great awakening. He's made it to the showtime.
Well, I'm going to put it on to the Vision family. Vision family said that's the one we want to hear. We want you to spin that one up, and here it
Or
is in
pin it.
rotation.
There's still a bit of controversy, conjecture over whether spin or pin is the
Spin
best
or
one.
pin?
I think pin means
Really?
you pin it because what if you pin something on Pinterest?
Yeah.
You save it for later.
See, I'm imagining 2 balloons going up, and one of them is getting pinned.
Oh no, that's still got a negative 5.
They can't both be.
Anyway, it's not time for Spin It or Pin It. Right now, it's time for Music
It
Machine.
is. It's the music machine.
Listen carefully. Identify all the songs and the artists in the correct order and win a great prize. It's Rise and Shine's Music Machine.
Do we need to do an audience
dear.
poll?
I
Do we
think
need to do an
whether which is the best.
Yeah. Is it what
do you
which one?
mean?
Which one is winning? Spinning or pinning?
Oh,
which
at
one
least
is it?
when we binned them, we knew what we were talking about.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The pin is a replacement for the bin.
No.
So
We're so
we're not
good.
even doing spin it or pin it now.
Oh, dear.
Okay, let's
Music
move
machine.
on.
Where are
Music
we at,
machine.
DJ?
We have only got one more piece of the puzzle to go.
Come
all right,
on.
one more piece of the puzzle. Everything is guessed except the song from the 2000s. The song name. So let me
We're
play
very
it for
close.
you, and we'll get through it. Have a listen to this. This is the music machine. Putting it in. We know the 70s. We know the 80s here. Thanks to Rowan and Catherine. We got the Sons of Cora, 90s done. Basically, we're looking for that song. And we know the 2010s. So let me just go through, and I'm going to do this one last time because people have to make notes. To win the game, you have to write it all down. We know that the theme is all Australian music. Raina from Warrnambool got that one. In the 70s, Sister Janet Mead, The Lord's Prayer, 1974. From the 80s, 1988, Steve Grace, Children of the Western World, title song of the same album there. From the 90s, this was a group effort here from Rowan and Catherine. Sons of Cora, Light of Life, that's the name of the album. The song name, Psalm 56. Catherine finally got that up. She looked it up on the CD there. The 2000s, the Orts. Now, this is what we're looking for. Catherine from Port Arlington, our very own Queen Catherine, said that it is definitely the Paul Coleman Trio. She got it right.
Well
but
done.
what
Good
song?
ears.
She cannot work out the song. That is the one piece of the puzzle that we're missing. And 2010s, we know it's Hillsong United from the album Wonder. So Will I, 100 Billion X. Every other piece is in. It is just that last one.
So close.
Let's have a listen to it one last time here.
In the light, from the drop, I break bread on the town. On the pie, if you let me.
Clear as mud? All right, that's good. Okay, 1-800-316-316. This is the most exciting part. We haven't got to this jackpot before.
No, that's exactly right.
$120. We've got to 100. We haven't got to 120 yet. This is the highest
Very
jackpot
exciting.
ever, thanks to the wonderful people at the Armory Bookshop. If you want to win that $120 voucher, you've got them all and you know them in order. Give us a call right now.
Music machine.
Listen carefully. Identify all
That
the
sound more
songs and the
positive.
artists in the correct
Slightly.
order and win a great prize. It's Rise and Shine's Music
I
Machine.
think by this point I'm more optimistic. That's what it is.
Well, I'm feeling very optimistic as well. We've got somebody on the line. It's a $120 gift voucher for the amazing Armory Bookshop up for grabs right now. I'm feeling warm about it. Let's have a listen to the actual music machine one last time. Well, will it be the final time? I don't know.
I hope so.
We've got these. That's the 80s, 90s. Yes.
In the light,
This is what we're looking for.
I break bread on the town. On the if you let me.
So close, so close. I can touch it. I'm so excited. All right, I can see we've got somebody on the line.
Yeah, we've got Rowan. You've heard it. Rowan from Orange. You're going to have a go?
Thought I'd have a crack. The Norths one, I think I might have it, but anyway.
Let's go for it.
It's the bread and wine bit I heard. I think it was the bread or... Anyway, is it Fill My Cup? Paul Coleman Trio?
Oh, that's the last piece that we're
2002.
after. The last piece that we're after for the whole thing is the name of the song. So you listen. Are you a bit of a Paul Coleman Trio fan?
Oh, I love Paul Coleman, yeah.
Okay.
Heard him live in the early 2000s.
Okay,
cool.
so massive hit after hit after hit after hit. Well, I've got to say, off their album, 2002, they had an album out, New Map of the World. Fill My Cup was a massive, massive hit. And I hate to say this, you got it 100% correct.
Oh, that's awesome.
Well done, my friend. Well done.
He has to say all the songs.
Oh, yes. Sorry.
DJ.
Hang on a second.
So, first one, The Lord's Prayer, Sister Janet Mead.
Okay, yes.
Yes, correct.
Second one, Children of the Western World, Steve Grace.
Correct.
Uh-huh.
Third one, Sons of Korah. Is it Psalm 56?
Correct. Yes.
Yes. Paul Coleman Trio, Fill My Cup.
Yes.
Hillsong, 100 Billion X, So Will I, and all Australian artists.
Well done. Let's go. Okay.
Legend.
Fantastic.
amazing.
Fantastic. That is $120. The highest jackpot ever you have got to spend at the incredible thearmorybookshop.com.au. Well done. Great ears.
Oh, fantastic, guys. I love this game.
Well done. Well done.
dear.
Awesome, man. We'll grab your details and we'll get that gift voucher out to you.
Fantastic. Love listening to it all.
Oh,
Great work,
brilliant.
guys.
Rowan, well done.
Well done indeed. Well, listen, you can't guess the winning song without hearing it here. I'm going to have to go back to the drawing board. And thankfully, I've put the word out there to help us with the music machine.
Yes.
Ruth from Tasmania has come up with an absolute corker.
So she's done your job for you.
Well,
Good job, Ruth.
well, she's helping. Let's just say she's helping there. She can't play now, though. That's the only problem. So we're going to bring that in the next couple of days or so. It'll be back. But right now, let's have a listen to it. Paul Coleman Trio, Fill My Cup, going out to Rowan in Orange this morning. Well done.
Fill my cup to the top with running water. Call me out and show me how.
It's the daily podcast of your favourite Aussie breakfast show, Rise and Shine.
And we're getting excited, aren't we, DJ? We're easily excited.
Doubly excited
but
today.
We're doubly excited because Pastor Sam is here. We always love having you, Sam.
It's great to be back.
But you've brought a friend.
I do have a special
Who
friend.
have you got with you?
This is young Zack.
Hey, Zack.
Hi.
Good job. Well done. Zach's got the headphones on.
Yeah.
He's got the microphone in
He's
front
looking
of
very
him.
professional.
Very professional over there. Zach, you're in year 6 at school.
Yes.
Yeah, you're a A keen soccer player? Yes.
Now,
okay.
in soccer, what position do you play? Are you like a goalie, the middle?
I can play any, really.
Just man of the match.
multi-talented,
Man,
yeah.
I love it. I love it.
All-rounder.
The other thing that I'm very impressed about you, Zach, is not only IQ just off the Richter scale there, but you're
He's shaking his head. Yes, definitely.
definitely. Yeah, I knew you would. I knew you would. A humble man with a humble heart as well. I love Zach over here. You're a budding magician.
Oh, I did not.
And
really?
and I've seen
is
some
true.
of the magic tricks. I don't know if you brought any in this morning. It doesn't really translate. Close up magic doesn't really translate well to radio.
Well, I would still have taken it though. Tell us what type of tricks do you do? Is it card tricks? Is it object like the coin disappearing?
I've done different.
Do you cut people up? Have you done the cut in half? You know when
We
like
don't talk about that.
those are really cool ones. Make people disappear.
Working up to that one.
don't
Suddenly
get
got found out.
You get the sisters out now. I'm going to just chop you in half, and then
Trust
none of
me.
that.
Yeah, there's a reason why Piper's not here today, and Zach is, because the magic trick has gone horribly wrong at home. No, we're only joking. We're only joking. So good to have you guys in here. Now, Piper has beat you in here. Your little sister's beat you into the studio. Did she give you any heads up of what to do, what not to do?
No,
No. Okay, she just let
No
you go
help
in here.
at all.
All right. Fantastic.
she's not really helpful.
Oh, well, that's not my. I thought she seemed very helpful. Hi, Piper.
Yeah. Good morning, Piper. Okay. Well, let's now. Have you got to rush out today? You've got a busy schedule on. Do you know you have an appointment at a certain time or anything like that? You got to get out to.
No.
Okay, so you can stick around and help us for a little while.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. We're going to have you here all day, by the sounds of that. All right, we're gonna listen to the word for today and Rebecca St. James. On the other side of that, we're going to be coming back. Pastor Sam, you're going to be sharing something on your heart, but hopefully, and I mean this, I'd love you guys to stick around for a little bit,
yes.
and help us out today on the show. And maybe we might even get some Mother's Day tips, because Mother's Day is happening this weekend, and you're the target market right here, young Zach, to find out what the young people of Australia are buying for mothers, and what you have to do for Mother's Day.
I'm sure your family's all over it. Have you guys been planning for weeks, Mother's Day?
No.
Well, then might be a good reminder for everyone out there.
We'll get into that. We'll get into that a little bit later on. Hey, it's Phil and DJ. We've got Zach and Sam with us here on Rise and Shine.
We've got Pastor Sam here with us. Hey, Pastor Sam.
Hey, Phil.
Have you, we won't ask you about mums right now, because
Sure.
you've come in with the Word of God and to inspire us with reading our Bibles this morning. What have you got for us?
Well, I was thinking about, we often talk about reading our Bibles, and I was thinking about the limitations of even just that phrase, saying read your Bibles, when probably maybe even a more helpful thing is to think we need to study our Bibles.
Right.
That reading is one thing, and it is a good thing, because we get through and we have to consume something. But there is probably more to than our time with God's Word than just reading it. You know, sometimes you can walk away after reading and go, what did I just read? And so and this is kind of, I think, just an encouragement for my own heart that it is good to sometimes slow down and think, I want to this morning study the Bible.
Yes.
I want to we're not good at slowing down, right? We want, in our culture, we want things fast. We want things to hit quickly. We want to absorb the truth that it has, and it should be quick bang, and
Tick
then
a
I'm
box.
out of there,
Yeah.
and I've been transformed,
Yes.
And that's just not often the way that God works. Actually, it works slowly, and as we read the Bible, it is necessarily an intellectual kind of exercise. We are like saying, okay, that's what it says. We have to go beyond that a little bit and say, now what does it mean?
Yeah.
Now to get to that, sometimes that's easy, but sometimes that takes a little bit of meditation.
Yeah.
And actually, we'll have all experienced this, I think. The longer you stare at a passage, the more you're like, oh man, there's so
Yes.
much here.
Yeah.
I used to give like a little task to people in my small group or different classes I've had of, here's a verse like Acts chapter 4, verse 12, like a verse like this. It goes, for there is no other name under heaven given among men by which we must be saved. Now,
Simple.
just stare at that,
Yeah.
write down 20 observations.
Yeah.
and you can make like 10 pretty quickly.
Yeah.
And you have to like really stare, but it's that second 10.
Yes.
They're really like, oh my goodness, do you see the word must?
Yes.
We must be saved.
Yeah.
We must be what?
Yeah.
Saved. Oh, this name's been given?
Yeah.
Oh, that gets to grace.
Yes.
It's given among all of us that we must be. There's just, you can't do that with every verse. Jesus walked to Capernaum.
Or Jesus
Ooh,
wept.
walked.
Yeah.
Two. You can't do it with every verse. But there are verses like that where slow meditation and study really do pay off.
But that word study is for a lot of people, especially if they didn't do well at school or school wasn't really great.
Sure.
Study is like, oh, I don't want to study.
Yeah.
By study you mean I watch a YouTube video at 2 times speed and then I get my information like that. Is that what you mean?
What I mean is, and not to put it too harshly, but we can't be lazy. We can't be lazy readers of God's word. Otherwise, we will only sit on the surface. And there's just actually no way around it. It's going to be hard work. I think it can be hard, and it takes a bit of labor. But isn't life like that? Like the best things that we get take a little bit of sweat. They take a little bit of extra effort. And I'm just encouraging us all. It pays off.
Yes.
So let's not be kind of worldly in our sense of like, I want it quickly. God speak to me fast.
Yep.
Slow down.
Yeah.
Study.
Don't go through the
read.
drive-through window.
Don't just exactly.
You maybe go in for the 3-course dinner.
Don't only ask what does it say.
Yeah.
Ask what does it mean,
Yeah.
and then ask what does it mean for me.
Yeah.
And those are helpful questions to kind of work through.
And you don't have to read huge amounts.
You don't actually.
Just one verse.
There's a place for both, I think, isn't there?
Sure,
like
to get the
reading
big
large
context
sweeps, but then slowing down is also really helpful.
Yeah, I like it.
Great encouragement.
Now, we've got young Zack in the building as well. He's been sitting here very patiently waiting. Zack, are you okay? Dad's been able to share everything with everybody here. If we come back, can we play a song or two? And can I get you to, because I think you're going to be the next, radio DJ across the airwaves, wowing Australia.
He seems confident.
Are you right to stick around? Is your chauffeur, i.e. Dad, right to have you stick around for a little while longer?
Can do.
Can do, okay. He's giving a thumbs up. Yes, all right.
Thumbs up.
Zack's
the boss.
Zack's the boss today. Let's go to the news. Sam, great for you. Thank you so much for that word. We're going to get you guys to stick around. I've got a question for you as well because you shared something on the weekend and you mentioned one of my favourite authors and one of my favourite illustrations from one of my favourite authors.
Correct.
Talking about C.S. Lewis. I want to break that down in a little bit.
DJ, we've got Zack. Hey, Zack.
Hi.
And Pastor Sam.
Hi.
12-year-old Zack with the deepest voice here. Hi, guys.
Morning voice.
Now, for both Zack and Sam here, yesterday we were all in church together. Shout out to Coomera Baps, where Sam, you're one of the pastors.
Is that
there.
how you say it?
Yeah, Coomera Baps.
I don't know if you should.
Well,
It's Kumi Baps.
I've heard of Kumi. I didn't go that far. Kumi Baps is one of them.
Oh, my goodness.
Shout out to the assembly there. And you were speaking yesterday on Thessalonians, and you used an illustration and from one of my favourite authors, probably my favourite author of all time,
great.
C.S. Lewis, from The Wonderful Voyage of the Dawn Treader. You want to paint that picture again for us, because I think it'd be encouraging for people.
Yeah, the verse was about being patient with them all. And so Paul's encouraging, no matter who it is in the church, just we have to be patient with each other. And an illustration came to mind of Eustace Clarence Scrub. And I love that. And the whole Voyage of the Dawn Treader begins with that. There was a boy, I think it goes like that.
Yeah.
There was a boy named Eustace Clarence Scrub, and he almost deserved it.
Yeah.
And the idea is the poor guy has a terrible name, but he was, and he's a painful boy through the story, and he's obnoxious, and he's arrogant, and he knows it all, and he doesn't believe in these, doesn't believe in Narnia, and disbelief. He's all of these things. He's very hard to handle, but as the story goes on, it's a long story short, but he ends up becoming he becomes a dragon, and then Aslan, the Christ figure in the story, helps him become a boy again.
Yeah.
And so it's like his conversion experience, his
100%.
conversion moment. Yeah. And the narrator of the books sometimes, when they're writing, just interprets things for him and says, think along the lines of, to be sure, he was a new boy. He had become a new boy. Well, actually, he had begun to be a new boy.
That's a good
There were
picture.
relapses,
Yeah.
but we won't mention them because and he has this line, because the cure had begun. And I love that. That helps us be patient with each other, I thought.
And with ourselves.
Exactly. You know,
Exactly.
God's at work. I don't need to mention all of the relapses because you can see God's at work. The cure has begun. He completes a good work that he has begun. Philippians 1:6. And so we can be patient with
I
And
love
that's
it.
good, isn't it? Because when you're born again, people are like, I have to be perfect straight away.
Oh, yeah.
And that is not the picture that is.
sometimes a slow process.
Yeah, totally is.
Zach, did you now have you read the books yet?
No.
But you've seen the movie. Voyage of the Dawn Treader. Do you remember the scene your dad's talking about there about Eustace becoming the dragon, Aslan coming in and everything like that? It's a beautiful passage. It's one of those parts of the book I decided when, being the good dad that I am, that when my boys were little, I was going to start reading them the Chronicles of Narnia.
Yeah.
And do it in the right, not the way. There's two very controversial ways to do it.
Which
There's the
way did you go? Let me guess.
Yeah.
You made them start with the boring one first.
Yeah, I did.
No,
I
no.
know. I should have
Start
started
with the best bit.
Yeah, I should
The
have
Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
With the older kids, we spent 2 years and went through all of the books.
Fantastic.
But we
Did you start? The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe?
No, we
No.
didn't.
What is
Did it-
wrong with you people?
Chronological order.
You
I
can
know.
tell when dads are in
Such a
charge.
shame.
No, look,
I know.
I
start
do
with the
regret that.
best bit
Yeah,
first.
I
Do
agree.
regret
I
that.
agree. In hindsight, it's like, no, just do it the way he wrote them. Don't do it in the order of the story, the chronological order. But the boys loved it. But I realised pretty quickly I made a fatal error
I know.
because reading parts of these stories, my boys start looking at me going, "What's wrong with your voice, Dad?" I'm like, "I'm okay. That's okay. I just let me do."
They're completely unaffected, and you're on the floor crying.
Goodness. and then pretty quickly it turns into them dancing around me going, ha, 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 Dad's crying. Look at Daddy's crying. And I'm like, this is not the effect that I want these books to
Tab
have.
and Benita. Come on, Benita.
Yeah.
You're ready to read.
By the end of it, I think 4 books, and I'm like, right, you boys are reading them yourself. Can't do it anymore.
I'll watch the movie.
And then
with
they
you.
cried.
Yeah,
So
well, I
can't say that, hey?
No, hearts of stone, those three.
not true.
But that passage of Eustace describing when Aslan, that bit where he says,
Clawed his skin off. Yeah.
and the line, I think it's something like, the very first tear he made, I thought he went straight through my heart. I was.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It gets me even now. It
Yep,
gets me even
yep,
now.
yep.
So, in line of all of that, and the fact that you've seen the movie, Zach, I've got a beautiful song, one of my favourite songs here, from an American artist who makes her home in Hawaii. She put an album out together of music inspired by the Chronicles of Narnia.
Amazing.
And it's a mix of her, putting herself in the story and her doing songs from the parts of the characters. And there's a beautiful song here that I'd love to play out for everybody. Our new DJ here to Vision is young Zack. Zack, are you ready to introduce this song for us?
I think.
All right. Australia, get ready. This is the new voice of the generation. Zack, take it away. Intro the song.
From the album The Lantern Waste, Sarah Sparks used to scrub.
Oh, well done. Well done. Here it is. Turn it up. Listen to the words. I'm going to go get a box of tissues because I'll be crying through the rest of this here. Thank you, Zack.
For the first in my life, I'm not living a lie, and I hate who I am. I had become what I feared, and I cried, dragging tears just to prove I'm a man. I tried to change my appearance, but I am not changed. I'm just tired. I tried to heal myself long before I met your gaze at the water. I'm at your feet. Would you tear into the deep?
Look, we've kept Sam and Zack back a little bit longer than normal. Thanks, guys, for sticking around.
Zack's going to take over the radio
Pleasure.
station by the end of this.
DJ's already got him booked in
Ah.
for some work experience in a couple of years.
Very capable man. He's going to be taking my job over here. I'll be very happy about that.
I'll be happy to hand it over. But we're talking Mother's Day this week because it is Mother, for those who have forgotten,
Yeah.
Sunday,
Yeah.
not far away.
Giving you plenty of space to remember. You don't have to buy the petrol station flowers, okay?
No, that's true. true.
You can do something else instead.
But one thing that in Australia I know has always been a bit of a fave is the Mother's Day school stalls. Most schools seem to have them. It's a bit of a lifesaver. My kids have just started high school. They're all at high school now. I thought this week there's no Mother's Day stall.
No.
So it's more on Murray now.
Yeah.
Because he's got to actually take the kids and get a gift. In fact, I think I bought my gift online over the weekend, but we won't talk about that. But the Mother's Day stall, though, Zach, have you been part of that? Have you bought things from the Mother's Day stall?
Yes.
You have, okay. Rightio, how do you find the quality, the selection of options there?
I mean, it was like 4 years ago, so...
Oh,
Been a while. Oh, did you get something that was a winner for Mum, or was it a bit of a dud?
Yes.
It was a winner?
Okay, what should the kids go for
What
if
did-
they're
what did you
going out, heading out this week?
Get a massager.
A massager. Okay, are we talking an electronic one, or are we talking a wooden one? Are we talking...
Got to roll it yourself?
The head
Either
scratcher one.
Either way.
Whatever it is, mums love it.
Mum loved the massage.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Very good. I actually also loved the handwritten things, like when you draw or you write a letter. Have you done a lot of those? Are you good at that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, hands up here from Zach.
And buying a massager for Mum from the school fete, the school stall there, top quality, I'm sure. How much money you dropping big bucks on it? How much money did it cost?
Like $2.
Okay, must have been top quality.
We love
there
you,
too.
Mum.
$2. Here you go, Mum.
It's big spending. At
Yeah, I don't know where it's come from or
Well,
what
it was
it
a few
does.
years ago. Inflation's happened since then.
exactly,
It might be four by
exactly.
now.
It was an investment. It was a $2 investment. I love it.
Basically the most expensive thing.
It was the $2 was the limit there. Okay, you went
sounds
big.
about right.
You went big. I love it.
dear.
Well, Zach, I think you've inspired a lot of young people out there. Keep on looking for the massager at the school fete.
Yes.
and see if you can get something there for Mum. Well, guys, you have a wonderful, wonderful week and a wonderful Mother's Day, celebrating all the mums in your life there on the weekend there. Thank you so much for spending some time with us this
Thanks for
morning.
having us.
Just the right mix of things to inspire and things to make you smile. Rise and shine with Fel and DJ on Vision.
If you get Mum anything, you've won with a mum. I think you really do. As a mum, you're just thankful for the thought. Isn't it?
Shout out. My mum's first name, Suzanne.
Okay.
What's your mum's first name?
Christine.
Christine, Suzanne. Loving giving shout outs to mums this morning. If you've got a mum, you want to shout out, I'm going to shout out Suzanne. You're going to shout out Christine.
We might even talk to your mum later in the week.
Oh,
Would
love
she
it.
jump on and give us some mum advice?
She
'Cause
will
she
give
brought
you.
you up, so I feel like she should have some pretty good advice in the tank.
Yeah, but like any classic mum, I don't know what your mum would be like. You might have to look, if we pre-recorded, I might be able to edit out the silences. You know, that's a live radio with my mum. I've done this many times over the years.
Oh.
Live radio with my
It's
mum.
not what you would imagine.
It slows down quite a little bit with my mum there. But we love it. We love it there. Suzanne, we love it. We love Christine as well. All the mums, if you want to give your mum a shout out, give us a call 1-800-316-316.
I can see Andrew from Campbelltown's on the line. Andrew, do you want to give your mum a shout out?
I'd love to give a call out to my mum.
Yeah, go for it.
So my mum, she had 7 kids.
Oh,
very,
okay.
Very busy mum.
Where do you fall,
And,
Andrew, where do you fall in the 7?
I was the third youngest, so sort of around the middle.
Okay, middle yeah.
child.
Yeah. But look, I just want to honour her. She did such a great job, and it's really hard being a mum. And I think it's only when you have children yourself you realise how difficult it is.
Yeah, 100%.
There's some saying that you're amazed how much your parents grow between when you're 20 to 30 because as you've grown.
Exactly.
The perspective is there.
Exactly. Well, you got to give your mum a shout out. What's her name?
Trish Harrison.
Wonderful Trish Harrison. Bless you, Trish. Now, growing up, being the middle child in the 7 there, did you always hit a home run with presents for your mum on Mother's Day? Or did you, being one of 7, did you end up giving mum, lovely Trish, some
plane?
Yeah, some dodgy stuff there. How was your Mother's Day presents growing up?
Well, we used to go to I think from memory, we went to the school and we had like $5.
Yes.
And we would, buy some trinket. It always seemed to go pretty well.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what she really thought, but
Exactly.
I'd love to talk to Trish, actually.
Yeah, exactly. Trish would have another story. But this is the best thing about mums. No matter what you bring home to mum, it could be the dodgiest thing you've bought for $5, or you spent $4 on yourself on the lolly shop, and you had the one final dollar. I'm not saying that I ever did anything like that for my poor old mum. But, mums are going to be happy with anything that you give them for Mother's Day. They just, I love the way that's how God has made our mums.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Take care, guys. All the best.
Oh, thank you, Andrew. All the best to you and to Trish and to Suzanne and to Christine. All the mums out here. Let's make a big list.
A list. By Friday, we'll have a huge, substantive list of mums.
I think in my mind, I think of particular dad names. I think of a Trevor or a Kevin or these classic dad names out there. Bob, Bill, things like that. I don't really come to think of mum names.
Well, maybe that's because they're all so individually beautiful that not one name could capture them all. Let's go with that.
Yeah, we'll run with that one. Why don't you give us a call, give your mum a shout out by name, and we would love to do that as well. Call her out and just give us some honour, give us some praise here.
Yeah. The Rise and Shine podcast.
And mums radiate in our lives, don't they?
We're collecting mums' names so far. We've got Trish.
Yes.
My mum, Suzanne.
Yes.
We've got Christine. So if you've got a shout out to your mum or you want to honour your mum, we'd love to add her to the list of legendary mum names and get her out there.
Legendary mums, not just their names.
Well, that as well.
We have got on the line a long-time listener, first-time caller, member of the Vision family.
Oh, no.
We've called him, he's called us on a public holiday in his region. Andrew, is that you?
That's me, one of the biggest fans of the Rise and Shine program, I've got to say.
Andrew McLennan from 2020.
He can't stay away.
Listening to us this morning. You want to, before we get into it, I know you're going to be doing some stuff with 2020 a little bit later on.
Yes, he's not.
What are you up to at the moment?
Well, I just recorded 6 podcasts. I do a podcast called Faith Boost. It's a 5-minute faith booster 3 times a week, and I love recording them because I preach the Word of God. Just filmed 6 of those in front of the Brisbane River. It was awesome.
So can you give us one faith boost then?
Yeah, today I talked about Genesis chapter 1, verse 1, that in the beginning the Bible says the world was formless, it was void, there was darkness over it, it was an ugly place, and in the midst of that chaos, God spoke and created a beautiful world in which we all live, which means God can create beautiful things in our lives today through his word as we take it into our heart.
And as we speak it out of our mouths. Andrew, that's awesome.
Go for it.
Keep it going.
God's word in your mouth is power, Andrew.
Andrew, love the fact you've given us a call. We're talking mums. Want to give mum a shout out there. First off, what's the name of your dear mum?
My mum had the best name ever, Dulcie Faith.
Say it again.
Dulcie Faith.
Okay, that wins.
She's winning.
I don't know. I can't think of a better name.
I'm sorry, Suzanne, Christine, Trish, everybody else. Dulcie Faith.
That is a fantastic
She had a winning name. Now, her parents had 8 kids.
Wow.
And my mum, I think, was the 3rd youngest. So by the time she came along, she was number 5. They were probably running out of names. So they've dug deep.
They did well. They called
her Dulcie Faith. And I want to give her dad a shout out. He's passed away as well. But he was an Anzac, one of the original Anzacs. Went to World War One, got shot by the Germans, came home, God bless the Germans, came back and had 8 kids, made Australia a bigger, better place. And you know what? The government said, we want to give you a square mile of land to say thank you for serving your country. And you know what he said? I don't believe in charity. You don't give me anything. I'm going to make my own future. Wouldn't take any government charity, just a legend. Wow. Worked his guts out his whole life to support 8 kids.
Wow, amazing. Wow. And Dulcie was one of those. Now, you mentioned she's no longer with us.
Yep.
What do you feel, the absolute legend that is Andrew McLennan that we all enjoy on 2020, how much of that do we owe to Dulcie Faith?
I'd say Dulcie Faith is largely responsible for who Andrew McLennan is today because she was a really hard worker too. She was a nurse, so she had 3 kids of her own. Her husband, my dad, was a farmer. They were out in the middle of nowhere. You know, I'm talking dirt road to the farm from the nearest town. And yet my mum kept nursing throughout. It was quite revolutionary for the time. She was a farmer's wife, good property, one of the best properties in the district, but she chose to work still as a nurse in a local hospital. I always remember my mum working. She just worked and worked. And then she got older. She was in the retirement age sector and she'd do the all-night shifts and she just loved the elderly so much and just cared for them. And she was a very popular nurse. She was a bit of a rebel. Probably got a little bit of her rebellious streak.
She sounds like a legend.
I think she smoked when I was in the womb. That's why my legs were so skinny when I came out. But,
Oh, dear.
she broke all the rules, and but she was a good woman. Good woman.
Oh,
Are you the legacy of skinny legs goes out there to Dulcie Faith.
We're
Oh, boy.
blaming her and
that was
praising
funny.
her for all sorts of things.
Oh, well, listen, I bless you heaps. What do we got on 2020 a little bit later on today?
2020 is jam-packed today with so much good stuff. You know what? I'm not going to give it away, DJ. I'm going to say stick around.
Yes.
10 o'clock. Well, it depends where you are in Australia, but in about 1.5 hours' time from now, 2020 is going to be hitting you hard. We've got some great guests today. We do have the Australian Christian Lobby actually first up. They're always good with an update about what's going on. And, really looking forward to being with everyone today. And those of you in southeast Queensland who get a public holiday today, enjoy your day off.
And Andrew, give a shout out to your podcast one more time. What was it called?
Faith Boost.
And where can we find that?
On any podcast platform, on Apple Podcasts or on Spotify. They're the two main ones, but most of the podcast platforms air it. And it's a 5-minute faith boost 3 times a week. So on the way to dropping the kids off, on the way to the gym, on the way to work, you can just listen to it for 5 minutes. It's an Old Testament story or an Old Testament scripture with a New Testament truth. And I can promise you this, it will boost your faith.
The elevator pitch.
There we go.
You do it well. You do it well,
Very
Andrew.
impressive.
Hey,
Even with skinny legs, it's coming out strong.
Skinny legs, I tell you what, I'm believing my legs are going to grow.
Well, you speak it. You speak it. We just said that God can do anything.
The legacy of Dulcie Faith.
If I can see it, then if I can do it. There you go.
100%.
Oh, boy. All right. Well, listen, we are running into the national news headlines right now. Andrew, thank you so much for your time, buddy.
Hey, Muscle Legs, just love being with you guys this morning. Big Legs is in the house. Big Legs is here.
Oh, boy.
Normally we play a game here, DJ, but we're inspired this morning. We're talking about mums, all things Mother's Day.
And let's be honest, mums are the saints of the century. So, we thought, listen,
very
mums,
nicely done.
we're going to pause the game for just, we might bring it back during the week, but right now we're having so much fun talking about our mums. Now, usually our reigning supreme champion, I think she's up to round 4 or 5.
But together the family have easily made it over the 10, actually.
Exactly. The family together in Toowoomba have we had Natasha. She was reigning well. Then her sister's taken her out. We had Dad. We had brothers. We've had everybody on. So we thought this morning, why don't we get the two sisters together? And all the way from Toowoomba this morning, we have got both Natasha and big sister Abigail, Abby, on the phone. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Something that we've been doing with you guys is Saints of the Century. You got an amazing Bible knowledge, the two of you there.
Very inspiring.
Very inspiring. We know that you both are homeschooled as well. First off, how much of all this homeschooling and all of the wonderful Bible knowledge do you owe to your mum?
All of it.
Praise God for mums.
I love it. Well, we got to get mum's name. What's mum's name?
Hannah.
Oh, she's even got a very good biblical name.
That's it.
No wonder you guys knew all the story about Hannah and Peninnah and Elkanah, and
exactly.
you're all over that story.
She's on it there. So there's the two. We know with the two of you, we've met your brother, we've met your dad. How many children does Hannah have?
8.
8.
Wow.
So
she must be a legend of a mum.
Okay, so you two are you two sitting in the top oldest ones?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. And then you've got a whole bunch of younger siblings as well.
Yeah.
So your mum's pretty busy. Hannah's busy.
And homeschooling everybody. Is she very organised?
Yes, she is very organised.
She sounds like a legend.
Yeah.
I know.
Sometimes we would say she's probably a bit too organised, but it's better that way.
Well,
I think it's better than the other, which is everything falls apart, right?
Listen, we've been asking everybody to give a shout out to their mum. Give some props to your mum. But you know what? I'm gonna get a bit real here. You two girls, with the wonderful way that you speak to us on the phone every day, the wonderful way that you talk about the Bible, and the wonderful way you've treated everybody that you've played against, you've been a lot of fun, but we can tell that there's something genuine of your faith behind that, and that is a testament to your mum, Hannah. You two wonderful girls. Tim, maybe not so much, your brother, but you did. I'm joking. I just
How
had
do
to
we
get
know
on
the
it.
girls is definitely to deflate the boys.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What is there something in particular when you look at your mum? And I know it can be hard, when you're
When you're
growing
in
up
the
as
middle of it too, and you're still at home.
You're a teenager as well, and
Sure.
sometimes it can get hard with teenager, girls and their mums. It can be, the relationship can get sort of strained. When you look at your mum now, and you thank God for mum, you're thinking about Mother's Day. What are the particular things, or is there one particular thing that you're thanking God for Hannah?
She never quits. Yeah, she's there all the time when you need her.
And do you feel like, okay, that's a legacy that I can take on into my life? That's what I want to replicate as well?
Yes, we're going to give it a shot.
You're not going to quit at trying. Oh, I love that.
I love it. Hey, is your wonderful mum, Hannah, is she around the house this morning at all?
Yeah. Yeah.
She's probably doing 20 things.
Yeah.
Can we pull her? Do you think if we listen to a couple of songs, do you reckon we could get her on the phone?
Maybe.
I might have to say please.
That's your
challenge,
you
girls, okay?
put her on the speakerphone with you. You cuddle her.
You take the phone to her.
Yeah, you gently draw her in. So you two are going to be there with her. We're not asking her to do it by herself, but we would love to just give Hannah some honour here for the way that she's raised the two of you. So stay right there. We've got Abby and Natasha on the phone this morning, having a lot of fun as we're honouring mums on Mother's Day.
And we're very, very excited. Normally, we would have our saints of the century.
Yep.
But we're inspired by mums who are the true saints of the century. And we have a very special mum on the line. This is the mum of our carryover champs.
Yes.
For more than, I would say, 2 weeks, do you reckon we've been? I
definitely.
think easy, maybe more.
Abby and Tasha have been absolutely killing it on Saints of the Century. We've given them a call. They're on the line with us, but the person we want to shout out here is their mum, the amazing Hannah. Good morning, Hannah.
Hello.
Don't sound too excited to be talking. Thank you, girls, for dragging mum onto the phone here. Listen, in all seriousness, asking your girls about, giving you a shout out and, give props to mum and isn't mum great? And they're speaking so highly of you. But Hannah, we just want to celebrate you because I tell you, talking to not only your husband, to your girls and to you and to Tim as well, you have raised beautiful children who are talking to us with such respect, such deep Bible knowledge, and have been so much fun to talk to. Well done, you godly woman, you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
Because, again, we've spoken to the older ones. You've got 8 in the household there, 8 children.
Yes, we do. Yes.
And you're homeschooling them all as well, Hannah?
Yes, we are.
Wow. So tell us a little bit about that, because I'm not a homeschooling mum, but I always look at awe at anyone who is. How do you organise it all? How do you do it?
It's pretty hectic, but we just get there. We get there through each day, and sometimes I don't know how, but we do. So.
Well, it's working. The girls know so much about the Bible. And
they do.
It's incredible. So inspiring.
It's a testimony to you, and obviously that wonderful teaching that you're giving them there at home as well. Now, I've got friends who've got big families. Hannah, can you testify to this? They say, and I'd love to know what number was it for you? They say after a certain number of children, it starts getting easier. Like it starts, the bigger the family, the easier it gets. Are they just pulling my leg, or is that true?
No, it's true. I think the transition from 2 to 3, because you become outnumbered,
yes,
is daunting.
Yep.
But once you've done that and you manage it, you're like, oh, okay, you're outnumbered anyway, so why stop there?
and that's the same.
Because I stopped at 3, so that's my problem.
And that they've all said the same thing. They've all said the same thing to me.
I
they said
kept going.
Once you get to 4, it gets easier, DJ. And I'm like, really? And they go 6 is the easiest, and then 7. By 8, they're looking after themselves. It's great.
Yeah.
They're free-ranging.
Not quite.
Not quite. Okay.
There you go. Well, thank you. That
they might be overstating
maybe
it.
That's the dads in the family, but the mums are still very focused on keeping them alive.
Oh, dear. It's so good. Hey, we also were talking to the girls. They also wanted to give a shout-out to your mother, Catherine, and your wonderful husband's mum, Marie. So multi-generations of these wonderful women, building her up there. Is Catherine still with us, your mum?
Yes, she is.
And again, do you owe a bit of this tenacity and this
do not quit attitude?
The do not quit. Does that come from your mum?
Yeah. I'm one of 4, so we're sort of both my husband and I came from bigger families.
Yes.
He's one of three, but it definitely comes down from my mum.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
And if you've got one tip from mum out there or someone who's going to be a mum or for your girls, do you have any wisdom, one piece of wisdom you'd pass on?
Oh, goodness. Just keep relying on the Lord.
Amen.
Is all.
Yeah.
That's all you
It's
can
the only
do.
thing that gets you through.
Hey, listen, we
Amen to
want
that.
to play a song for you and all the mums out there. I know you've got a great taste of music. I mean, you've brought up your girls, listening to this radio station, so you've got a great taste of music.
Yeah.
What can we play for you?
It's a good day.
Yeah.
For
By Forrest Frank.
Forrest Frank.
Oh, look at
That's
you.
a great song. We'll be bopping through the
You
morning.
young hipster, you. I love it. I love it. All right. Hannah, Abigail. Abigail and Natasha. The challenge is on. I mean, Catherine, your grandmother, she had 4 kids.
Oh,
Your
no.
mum Hannah has had 8. So I think one of you've got to have 16. You've got to double it again.
I don't think I'd ever someone doing that.
All right, here's your song for you. Have a wonderful Mother's Day, and we'll talk to Abigail. We'll talk to you soon as we bring back Saints of the Century, okay?
Yep.
All right. Bless you, ladies. Here's Forrest Frank. Good day on Rise and Shine.
I'm about to have a good day in every single way.
Getting you up and ready to face the day. This is Rise and Shine with Fel and DJ on Vision.
And this is the time of the show where we let you take control just for one song. We're not going crazy here.
I don't think it could hurt if they took over for more than one song, but you know.
DJ's always willing to take a bit of a break.
Yes. Play the music. I love it when you're in control. But this is our curtain call, finishing off the show, something special that we can play out for everybody. And we love it when you have a story. You got a reason for the song this morning. And I can see someone on the line here who might just have that.
That's right. We've got Robin from Malakuta on the line. Robin, what can we play for you?
It's by the group Unspoken, and the song's called Miracle. And if I'm allowed 2 songs, they're both on the same CD.
Yeah.
So Miracle is one of them, and Soldier. Yeah.
Okay, so why do you like Miracle so much by Unspoken?
Because I had one. Well, I've had lots of them actually, but I've had one major one, yeah.
And what was that?
Lots of people there at Vision, yeah. Probably Robbo's the one that knows kind of my story. But anyway, no matter. That was some years ago now. But anyway, 10 years ago I was supposed to, I don't mean this rudely or horrid, but I was supposed to die. All the medical people said to my husband, yes, no, she won't make it, she can't. And I'm here.
Oh,
well, that is a miracle.
It was a heck of a miracle. I was in hospital for 7 months, and yes, they didn't expect me to live.
Wow. Wow. Well, God still does miracles, so that is awesome. Awesome stuff.
Absolutely. Absolutely, yeah.
Well, Robin, love to play this one out for you. Miracle by Unspoken, going out to you, Robin.
Thank you very much. God bless you all.
Have you stopped reaching, no longer seeking greater things? Have you forgotten you have a father listening? Pray till your breakthrough breaks through the ceiling. Keep on believing.
That's Unspoken Miracle going out to Robin and Malakuta for the curtain call. Praising God for her miracle.
Yeah, amazing testimony there from Robin. Thank you so much for your story and for sharing it with everybody. If you've got a story like that and a song you want played out for the curtain call, please get in contact with us. I'm going to give you the text line. You can do that too. 0447 488 316.
Not as good when it's not sung.
Well, great news. Lachlan, been speaking to Lachlan over the weekend. Lachlan is our jingle man. I'm ready to say that he's now our official jingle man for Rise and Shine.
Well done.
He's worked out a place he can record it.
Okay.
Even better, for free, with professional microphones.
Wow.
So that's right within our budget. So we can afford that.
Everything about that works.
Everything it ticks all the boxes for us. And he's going to go in there and he's going to do a couple of jingles. Been working on a new one as well. So hopefully we can get that done for you in the next couple of weeks and bring it to you. So you can get that curtain call into us via the text line or giving us a call 1-800-316-316 or over on our Facebook page or in our Facebook group. So many different ways to do it.
There's no excuse.
No excuse.
For putting in your curtain call. Maybe a shout out to your mum.
Yeah, well, talking about mums, I've got my little card here, one of my little blue cards. I've got so far, these are the shout outs for the mum.
Yes.
Trish.
Yes.
Suzanne. Christine. Hilda. Hannah. Catherine. Marie, Dulcie, Faith. I'm going to throw one more on there. My favourite one is my grandmother, my mother's mum, Elvie.
Elvie.
Elvie. I'm going to put Elvie on there. What's one of your grandmas?
Marie.
Marie.
Yeah.
Another Marie.
Yeah, Marie.
All right, so we got a Marie. So is that mum's mum?
My
or
dad.
Yeah.
Yes. And then Grand's name was Belle, which is my middle name and my first daughter, Bella. So that all comes through from my mum's mum.
I love it. We've got a Belle in there as well. I love it. I love it. There we are. We're collecting mums' names. Don't ask me how it started, but we're doing it on the lead up to Mother's Day.
By the end of the week, we should have
We're
quite
gonna have a
a
big list.
It'll be the whole show, just be reading out names. It might be dull, but, it is what it is.
It might be Dulcie Faith. It might be Dulcie Faith. I think that's going to be the award-winning one. Listen, download the podcast from today. We've got some great stuff on there for you. Have a wonderful Monday, whatever you're up to, and we'll see you bright and early back here tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for taking time to listen to this audio on demand from Vision Christian Media. To find out more about us, go to vision.org.au.